What a time to be alive. What's up, YouTube? These energies are popping off right now. I am feeling the energies coursing through my cellular. I don't know about you guys. Oh, I was actually going to go to bed, but I just kept feeling the pull to quickly go on and do this live stream. If you're new here, I'm Susie and I help people ascend. Me and my tribe, we're going to the top. So feel free to subscribe, jump on board, and check out the frequencies here. Hi, Rita, my friend. How are you today? Can you feel the energies? The last couple of days, we've had a lot of energies flooding through, coming from that sun. Lots is happening at this time. So much is happening at this time. It's an exciting time for us. A very exciting time for us. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the chat below and in the comments if you're watching the replay. Big time for healing is what I'm trying to say. Really big time for healing right now. You can feel that. Make sure you stay grounded, yeah? Hi, Andrew, brother. Good to see you here. Thank you for being on the chat, on the live. I'm on the couch here. I'm like trying to put my tea somewhere. I was going to go to bed and I thought I just kept feeling this pull to come on here because I feel like someone needs this video as well in terms of there's a few things I want to put out there, okay? I love you too, all the way to the UK, from Australia to the UK. Someone, okay, or I'm picking up on an energy. The message is don't give up hope, okay? Because normally when we're at our lowest, when we're sitting on the bottom, okay, that's when things start to shift up, okay? And right now, with the energies that are so intense right now, like we had a G5 geomagnetic storm, okay? G3, we had M class 6 solar flare yesterday. The energies are pretty extreme and intense at the moment. Hi, Jod, good to see you here. So you're probably feeling that energy, okay, is throwing you around a bit. Again, a lot of people at this time are feeling just really disheartened and over life and just, on the verge of just like breaking down and giving up. But the message right now is to do not give up. Hold on and be strong, okay? We are the ones and we're here at this time for this shift. We come here to do God's work. We're here to help humanity heal. We're light workers, we're light warriors. You awake for a reason. You're awake for a reason. And you may be feeling these energies more intensely than the person who is not so conscious. Why? Because you're doing the inner work, okay? You're aware, okay? You're aware of what's going on. That's a big responsibility. You walk a big path. You feel big shoes, okay? So the message tonight is do not give up hope, okay? Hold on to your faith. Like Jesus said, Jesus was ascended, okay? You guys are ascending. This is the process. You hold on to faith, just a little size of that mustard seed. When you just do not know, you just hold on to a little bit of faith. That's all you need. You speak it to the universe because the universe is going to deliver, okay, wherever you're at right now. And these energies, as these energies are coming in, like super intense, okay? These energies are super intense. And what happens with these, when the energies are fluctuating like that, you feel like you're up and down so much, okay? You're like, why am I, 1 minute I'm feeling so good, I'm high, and later naturally high, man, I'm buzzing and bouncing off the walls. And then the next minute you're just knocked down, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anxious, you're processing a whole heap of old traumas from the past, you've been thrown around, you're emotional wreck, you're tired, you're lethargic, your body's just feeling heavy and dense. Okay, it's part of this process, okay? The purification process. This is what Mother Earth is going through at this time, my people, okay? That's what Mother Earth is going through, and we're all going through that. All the animals are going through that. Every life form on the earth is going through that. Why? Because we're upgrading, we're being purified, and this is part of the process, okay? So do not lose hope, just keep staying grounded, okay? You need to stay grounded at this time. That means feet on the earth. Like today, I finished training at the gym this afternoon, and I left the car there, and I went because I had to go to the store, and I just left the car and I walked to the store. But on the way to the store, okay, there was a bunch of trees, okay, and I just stopped, and I don't care who's looking at me. I'm gonna hug the trees because I needed to just recalibrate a bit. I needed to just top up my energy and clear my energy. It's a good way to clear your energy and clear your aura. So stand there. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Okay, stand there. Put your back against a tree. Who cares what people are gonna think? People are gonna drive past, beat the horn. I get it all the time. People beat the horn and do all crazy shit. It's like, whatever, whatever. We're past the ego now. And if you're not past the ego now, you're working on getting past the ego dissolution at this time because we're coming into our hearts. People are still operating from their ego. What happened to the matrix? You look at the matrix or the people that are in control or the higher ups and all that. They're operating so deeply from their ego. We're stepping away from that at this time. So at this time, as we're healing at this time, okay, you're going to start to find that old things are going to start to resurface for you. You're probably experiencing that right now. Let me know in the comments, okay? You're probably experiencing a lot of old stuff coming up to the surface now. So you may find on waking or in meditation, okay, like different themes, like different things popping up, like wounds, for example, masculine wounds or wounds from the feminine, parent wounds, childhood wounds coming up, just it's kind of like a review, but it's coming up. And when it comes up, thank you for subscribing, bro, sis. So as things come up, you'll start to see, okay, sometimes as well when it's accelerated as well, because when your soul knows you're built solid. Yeah, you're down for this shit. Okay, you're ready to heal. You're speaking it to the universe. You're setting your intentions. Your intentions are clear. So you may wake up on rising or in your meditations or just being still in presence, that a lot of things are going to start to shift like that. It's processing lots of old things. And you don't need to bust your head. I've said this before. You don't need to bust your head or anything like that. You just observe it. Just keep observing whatever's coming up for you. And Andrew says, the healing never ends. It feels like that, my bro. It does. It feels like that sometimes, But when we heal in layers because we've been through so much trauma. This lifetime has been hectic. This matrix did nothing but fuck us up. Do you know what I mean? But you know what? We are building ourselves back up. We are solid. We are warriors of the rainbow. We are the light. Okay? They can't knock us down. Okay? Maybe they take us from our feet a couple of times, but we're here. We're rising above. You know what I mean? How's the bud there? I don't smoke bud. Don't smoke bud. That's another thing as well. You want to try to keep your vessel. Thanks for that comment. You want to try and keep your vessel nice and clean at this time. You may find that your appetite, like as we have the higher influxes of energy, okay, you may find that your appetite may fluctuate. You may feel like super hungry. I know myself the last couple of days, I've had like a super intense appetite. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm eating for two over here. Okay, so eat then. If you're hungry, eat. Okay, and if you have no appetite, that's fine then. No, okay, because your body is working so hard right now. The light that's coming through the sun now, the plasma that's coming through, it's hitting the earth. This photonic light is hitting us on a cellular level. This light here, this is the healing. People are talking about the second coming across. This is the Christ because it's the light. Christ consciousness is activating people's dormant DNA. These scientists, matrix scientists, all nonsense talk about junk DNA. No, our DNA ain't junk. The Creator did not create us with fault. We are perfect beings of light. Okay? What happens was we come into this earth realm, which is such a low density on this earth realm. Okay? That we come in with amnesia, okay, and then all the brainwashing, all the indoctrination in schools and all of this stuff, okay. Now we're awakening, okay. You're awakening, you're having a spiritual awakening, and it doesn't matter what stage you're at on your spiritual awakening. You may have had your spiritual awakening 10 years ago, but then you keep going through layers. You go through different layers of healing. You reach higher states of consciousness, and like I say, my friends, the more that you heal, the higher states of consciousness that you reach. That means you're ascending, rapid pace, boom, like every single day. If you're like me, you ain't playing about. Yeah, so this is why it's important to stay grounded, because you think about it. You're releasing, okay? You're releasing. Everyone's hungry. Everyone's got the munchies. Oh, Rita, my friend, you're funny. Rita's nangy. It's an inside joke. Love you. So, but eat then, you see. So our body is trying to keep up with all that. So we're healing in layers, okay. We're dropping the density, we're shedding all those layers, okay. Now the body is a lot on the body, the nervous system, the central nervous system. Even at this time when the geomagnetic activity is ramped up, a lot of people are having heart issues and stuff, okay. Heart palpitations, heart things like that, okay. Like I say, I'm not a medical doctor, okay? I'm a holistic healer, okay? But what I do is I take the magnesium. I take extra magnesium. I take about 800 milligrams of magnesium every evening, yeah? And that keeps me good. Because I remember back in the day when, as we started going through the solar maximum cycle 25, which is increased solar activity, I started to have heart palpitations. I did my research. I realized, okay, magnesium is the way to go then. Even the magnesium soak in the bath or in the foot tub or whatever, okay, because it helps. It helps with the heart. A lot of people are having heart issues and stuff at this time. They're going to the doctors, they're getting plugged into the ECG and stuff, and they're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, well, the Matrix ain't going to televise this shift. All they're doing out there is like I said yesterday, joke of the day was NASA. Joke of the day yesterday was NASA. Because NASA is only going to give you fallacies, okay? It's a fallacy agency, my friends. There's a Matrix. Think of any agencies like that, or these agencies, Matrix agencies, fallacies. They don't want you to ascend. Imagine everybody's ascended, everyone's holding a higher state of consciousness, everyone took their health and power back into their own hands. What money are they going to make? They can't make money off us. Oh, Gregory Brothers in the house. Hi, my bro. How you doing? One love. One love, man. Hope you're feeling nice and grounded. Stay nice and grounded. Stay nice and grounded at this time, my friends, okay? Go with the flow. Just ride those waves. You're going to start to notice at this time, this is profound, there's going to be lots of divine synchronicities coming into your life. Pay attention. You've been asking the universe for things months ago, okay, weeks ago, even years ago, and you're going to start to see things are shifting and changing right now. Because when we drop the density and we become more lightweight, you know what I'm saying? What happens in that process is now your vibration rises, you're holding more light, you're a higher frequency now. So things are going to manifest to you quicker now. You're going to draw in the goodness. We've been dropping all the layers, all the heaviness. You don't just drop all that and then you're left empty. No, what happens is you embody more light. When you embody more light, what happens? What comes to the light? The goodness comes to the light. So pay attention right now to the divine synchronicities in your life. Maybe you're seeing lots of light. I know a lot of people, a lot of people go after angel numbers and stuff, okay? A lot of people that are new to their spiritual journey, they get really hyped up and excited. I said in the 444, 444. Okay, cool. That's a beautiful thing because that's an example of a synchronicity. So you may be having the synchronicity for lots of the numbers, okay? Your synchronicities are going to come to you in different signs. You'll see that you're having a conversation with one person, then bang, this lined up here. The universe just lined this up here. That lined up there. Everything's lining up. It's like the universe is talking to you so clearly. You can't make this shit up, my friends. Okay? I'm glad you're doing a lot better, Gregory, because you were going through it just recently. Yeah, I feel you. You're not alone. Even I woke up this morning myself. I was feeling emotional this morning. I had a big cry this afternoon too. So I was kind of like, whoa. So that's what I mean. Pay attention to what's happening in your meditations as well, okay? And you might like to journal. I've suggested that before, okay? And you'll start to see as well that your healing is happening, like at the moment, healing is happening at such a rapid pace, like so quickly, quick. Don't be disheartened with what's coming up for you, okay? Whatever's coming up for you, you're just sitting there, you're zened out, you're in presence. This is me in the evening. Everything's off, candles lit. I just sit there, I just gaze into the candle, or I'm going in deep, I'm doing energy work, doing whatever. Yeah. But what's happening is through this process, the healing is so much quicker these days. So please, I encourage you to take advantage of the healing frequency that is here now. It's readily available for us. We are alchemists. We are alchemists. Okay? All these people in the matrix, all this matrix nonsense, people are waiting for the med bed. You are the fucking med bed. Know that. That's how powerful you are. I'm always trying to tell you this, my people. Okay? We don't need to go into some med bed with frequencies. How do we even know about these frequencies in the med bed? How do we know they're not the 5G type of frequencies and all that type of frequencies, matrix frequencies? You play with light energy, that frequency, that's pure frequency. That's directly from source, the creator, most high. You can never go wrong with that. You're going to play with that energy. You start to learn that energy. You sit there, feel it. And you're feeling that kundalini energy flowing through you. Okay? Andrew, I keep experiencing time distortions, glitches in the matrix, or whatever. I don't know. Dude, oh man. Hi, Sojad. I hope I say your name right. Hello. Andrew, bro, I feel you. Because I've been having like some weird glitchy things and time stuff. You'll start to see as well, like, time just is nothing, because time is just matrix anyway. There's no such thing as time. All we have is this now. But you'll have those random glitchy moments where you maybe look at the time and okay, maybe it's 5 p.m. or whatever, and then you're just in your zone, you're doing your thing, and then boom, like 2 hours has lapsed, but it's only for like 1 hour. Just lots of weird different things, you know? Or like someone said not long ago, she went into a store and then she's seen someone and then seen that same person that worked at like 3 different stores. I think Laurie said that here. One love to Laurie. So you'll start to see like just lots of random things. Now, people as well, this is the whole two timeline thing as well. This is out without causing any divide and division, because this is a time for unity, my friends, and you know this, right? But some people right now at this time are struggling with these energies. Some of us are skimming along and we're like, yeah, flow state, man, divine synchronicities. Yeah, we're asking the universe, we're praying, it's coming to us. We're having moments of gratitude. We're crying because we're so grateful because all the goodness is coming. It's coming now. All the hard work's paying off. You've been navigating through the shadow. You've been facing those demons for years. You've worked through the addictions. You're working on it. You're doing all these things. But the scale's got a tip. Hey, brother, good to see you. One love to you and your mum. Big love to you, brother. You see? So, yeah. But some people are really struggling at this time, and you'll see they're the people that you'll notice in your community, okay? Especially when their energies are really intense now. They're the people that are acting hectic. Maybe your neighbors, you could hear your neighbors like being hectic, or people in your community, road rage, things like that. Try not to give in to all that, okay? Big love to your grandma. Hi, Sean. One love to you, Tate. You see? But when people are acting up like that, you just got to remember they come from a place of pain. Okay, we don't need to add any more division. We don't need to put any energy there. We can diffuse that energy. We can put love energy there and just look at that person from a place of compassion. Okay, we're timeline shifting. Okay, some people don't even know that. They don't even know what's going on. They think it's the end days of the end of the actual world. They're unaware of the new Earth timelines. Okay, you guys are aware. I'm very well. Anshika, how are you doing? Okay, so these people, they're unaware, but you're aware. So that's why you hold the light, you hold the compassion in your heart. You look at them, okay? Yeah, people are freaking out. You're right, bro. People out there are freaking out. But it's you, you're the calm one, you're the poised one. You walk around, you're the spiritual warrior. You walk around like that. You're poised as fuck. You know, the storm's happening, shit's flying everywhere, you know, everything's going down. Matrix crumbling. Matrix pushing all the fear out there. People are running around chaotic and hectic. You walking in your community, you're calm. You stop, you hug the trees. You take your feet off, you touch the earth, you hug the earth, you immerse yourself in the earth. You sit there, you stand solid, you meditate, you zen out, you eat clean, you train, you're stealth, you wake up, you're on the yoga mat, man. That's what I'm saying. You're elevating, you're shifting, you're jumping timelines. The universe is placing the right people in your path right now. The universe is closing doors for you right now, and the universe is opening doors for you right now too. But some people, like I said, unaware of that. So when you can stand solid in your life like that, and you get about like that, and then you're walking into that area there, into that room, wherever, okay, into that public place, okay, your energy, your frequency is going to help that person. It's just going to give that energy, that person there. Okay, and say your prayers. You walk past people that, I walk past a homeless man today, okay, and as I'm walking past him, and people don't know, because that's what I do, I'm a light warrior. I walk past him, I'm blasting him with light, I'm praying for him as I'm walking past him, smashing him with light. Yeah, you know, so that's what you do. You push out the love and light. Okay, Sean says I come to troll, but I actually like your feed. Have a good one. I'm gonna troll on someone else's page. Oh, dude. Sending you love. And I hope one day that you can stop trolling and just, come back into your heart, my brother. One love to you. Where am I from? Hi, Big John. I'm here in Australia, Western Australia. Holding the light here. Where are you from? Okay, so now we're timeline jumping, okay, because we don't just do all that inner work and drop the density and experience these waves. You're thinking, when is this ever going to end? People say, when is this healing is going to end? Things are changing and shifting all the time. We don't have to suffer. We just stay present with it, because, like I said last time, when we're resisting, okay, whatever's coming up for us, when we're resisting the discomfort, when we're resisting feeling tired, when we're resisting the grief, when we're resisting the frustration, the irritation, the changes, that's when the suffering occurs. But we don't need to suffer, you see. Big John says, I heard you say something about prayer. So are you a Christian? I'm not a Christian. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I'm in tune with my spirit. I'm in tune with the universe and Mother Gaia. Okay, but prayer is for everyone, because prayer is a form of manifestation. So when we pray for people. Even we pray for humanity. We pray for Mother Gaia. Okay, our words are so powerful. We have to watch our words. Our words are so powerful. Words is like spells. Okay, and the Matrix knows that. That's why they do all the subconscious programming. So watch, okay? Even you get your water, you get your tea, you get your food, and you pray into that. You say, I love you into the water. Water holds a frequency. You just blessed your water, your cup of tea, okay? So prayer is very, very powerful, okay? It's such an exciting time. Look at everyone here that's so conscious. Hey, John, bro, good to see you here. Grand now new moment. What did you say? Grand now new moment. I trust you will. I'm okay. I'm okay. Right in the highs and lows. I'm not perfect. Like, I have moments here. I sit here, I get ripped apart still. Because this is the shift. I woke up this morning and bang, like straight up. Because I wake, as soon as I wake, I'm straight into meditation like that. I'll go to the toilet, bang, back on the bed, straight into meditation. Yeah, that's the best time to meditate. Yeah, you first start off your day like that, and then boom, I was just having like a whole chain of things that was like, well, actually, because last night I did some big energy work on myself. Okay, I was working on something big last night, and then this morning, dude, I woke up and then like boom, all these things that was coming up, shifting. A little bit after that, I felt emotional, man. It was just absolutely like immense how deeply that we're healing. We're healing on a such cellular level, so it's exciting times, okay? So that's normal to feel high and to feel low, but just support your body at this time, okay? You have to support your body. I'm just checking in on some of the comments here. Oh, hi. Hey, Brian. Shout out to handsome Luke in the picture. That's my boy. Thank you. Ascend means to be raised up. Psalms have a lot of songs of ascent. Well, yeah, we raising up. There's a bit of nonsense on here. Let's just send everyone for a moment. While Carter goes fishing on here, wants to talk some nasty words about my son. Let's just smash him with some love and light and pray for his healing, because clearly he's very in his ego and he needs it. Okay, and remember that at this time, okay, a lot of broken, fractured souls at this time. So when we walk around and we're doing the inner work, okay, we're carrying the weight for a lot of humanity. Remember that. We didn't come here to play about. We are carrying the weight not just for ourselves and our bloodlines and our ancestors, but for humanity too. People don't realize that. You walk around your community, they just look at you like you just, but no, people don't actually realize how significant the light workers are. No, we're not coming from a place of ego. We're actually coming, we're doing the heavy work. We're like frontlining that shit, my friends. So yeah, we got this space activity now, cranked up. We got like the geomagnetic activity cranked up. Solar flares are cranking up. I'm feeling like this whole, my spin on the whole AI Atlas stuff, but I'm feeling there's some sort of something going on energetically. Can you guys feel that? Energetically, I don't know what they're doing, and I don't know what's artificial or what, because I ain't even trying to tap into that, okay? But something energetically is I can feel it, something changing, shifting up. But it's like, I don't know, it's real hard to explain. Even last night, I stepped outside. I just went and put my feet on the earth to ground myself extra. And I was just like looking up at the sky, and I was just like, I was so calm. I was so calm. And I was just like looking. And it was just different. I don't know. Just the energy just feels so different as well. So I don't know what you guys are noticing all around the world. You feeling that, Brian? Yeah. John, I want to say thank you for that recent live with the GI detox protocol. I started on most of those herbs and it's really helping me balance my GI system. Has been a big focus of mine recently. Well, I'm really glad that helped you, my brother. That's good. Gut health is everything, because you know what, my friends? Gut health, like mental health, is here. The connection to our gut health and our mental health. That's why people that are eating poor diets, they're eating those processed matrix foods, especially at this time with these energies. We need our body to be lightweight, okay? Disclosure is new, brother, right? But we need our bodies to be lightweight, to be stealth. We wake up, we're not supposed to be feeling heavy and sluggish. You'll find that you may have like some different food intolerances now and stuff. You can't tolerate foods that you used to eat. Like even now, I'm reacting to nuts and seeds, and I'm like, shit. Like I like my nuts and seeds. They're like my snacks. You know what I mean? Because I don't eat chips and chocolate and biscuits and all this nonsense. I eat very, very clean. You see? So you'll start to see. But listen to your body, because our bodies are changing. Hi, there's Laurie. I haven't seen you for a minute, my sister. How are you doing? How are you? Some are saying it's a ship with Galactic Council on board. Do not worship aliens. You're right, bro. Yeah, like I said, we don't worship aliens around here, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we shouldn't be worshipping anyone. We go directly to the creator source and the God within, because I'm God, you're God, we are God. We're that frequency, and we're connected to God, the creator most high, you see? But I've been missing you too, my sister. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're here. But the thing is, yeah, a lot of people are saying that, what do they call it? GI Atlas is the galactic ship and all that. But I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what it is or what it's not. But all I know is they've been planning that Project Blue Beam for quite some time. That's a fact. And a lot of us here know that. The whole Project Blue Beam stuff. So don't be fooled on that. Because I think they've been doing that. They've been doing it already. It's been happening. And people have seen all sorts of crazy things. But yes, and there are a lot of galactics out there because I have seen a lot of galactic stuff in the night sky. Man, like I've seen lots of, balls and spheres of light and things just and like, I remember one night, this was only like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I stepped out, this was in my old place because there's no light pollution, nothing. I stepped outside and I looked up one night, I was like, shit, it was so profound. It wasn't even a fear energy. So I know it wasn't no matrix shit, it wasn't no demonic stuff, it was pure frequency. So whether it's some sort of galactic stuff, which I feel like it was, right? But it was beautiful, and I was just like, whoa! I was just like, I buzzed out that much. The lights were just going everywhere. I buzzed out that much. I was just like, shit! I was so overwhelmed. I called out to Luke. I was like, Luke, bro, and I'm just standing there with Luke, just looking. And I was like, shit. So yeah, jump outside and look at the night sky, my friends, and have a look. There's some magical stuff happening, because there's aliens, there's different types of, like I've said this before, it's not just us, okay? There's some of us here, earth seeds, some of us are star seeds. I'm the earth one, I'm the earth baby, I'm the earth warrior. Some of you guys resonate with being a star seed. Some of you resonate with being whatever. And then there's reptilians out there, and there's draconians out there, and there's all these different species out there. We live in a huge universe with multiple species, and and there's lots of different aliens out there. And you look at what the government agencies and stuff have done with aliens and all these different things that they've done. Actually, I won't even get into that. I'll keep it clean tonight. I ain't trying to get censored, you know. But mass disclosure is coming up because, they've already started leaking things in the government, but also you just got to like make sure that you're using discernment and staying sharp because those governments talk fallacies and everything's a cover up. They don't want people to know the truth. So when they start to bust out Project Bluebeam and stuff and start to fear humanity, okay, anyone that's pushing fear out right now, that that's a fear agenda. I never push out fear on my videos. You'll see the difference. Like I said, okay, I'm one love, but still, you're pushing out fear to our brothers and sisters at this time. You know what? You're creating your own karma. Because these players right now, they're, how can I say it? You know what? Victory of the light is what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's the golden era now, the age of Aquarius. The darker days are finished. We're shifting over now into the new wave frequencies. This is what this time is about. So when we say victory of the light, because literally we're in the golden era now. So all that stuff it has to play out. Everything has already been restored. New earth is already restored. It's all happened energetically. It's a frequency within, it's a frequency we emanate without. So more and more people now are waking up. People are waking up. This geomagnetic activity is happening. All this Atlas, AI Atlas and all this stuff is happening. Whatever it is, whatever. But the thing is, it's activating people. People scratching their heads now, putting it all together. Shit, what's this about now? Oh, actually, the government's up to this now. People can not already trust their governments already since all their nonsense in 2020. But that had to happen. That had to happen. So how many people woke up out of that, out of their slumber, out of their amnesia? Yeah, shit, now they're on their deep awakening journey now. They thought they awakened because the government was shysty. Now they're awake because they're like losing sleep now and they're doing inner work and they're clearing their shadow. They're facing their demons and actually purifying themselves. That's truly being awake. That's how you ascend. That's how you raise your consciousness, you see. No, Josh, I don't smoke ice. No drugs here. Just say no drugs, kids. Andrew, you see lights in the sky every night. It's mad, isn't it? Oh, that's right, brother Bryant. Discernment always. Always watch the sky in the country. If no light pollution, it's the best watching the night sky in the country, hey. 100 new worth is here. We anchoring it in now more than each moment. It's such a beautiful thing. Pandemic woke you up? Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Like I say, once you're awake, all you have to do is just one thing, is stay awake. That means stay conscious. You stay present. Don't let the ego keep pulling you. The ego keep pulling you. This is what this time is about. We're dissolving the ego. We're getting around like that. We're new earth vibes, my tribe. We get around like that. We're the light. We're not in our heads anymore. We're not operating out of our ego anymore. We're here in our hearts. We've cultivated our hearts. This is what this time is about. So when you're watching people out there, okay, right now, especially right now at this time, now's the time when you're watching people out there, they're pushing all that fear out. Scroll off that shit. Go somewhere else. Catch a vibe like me, okay? Because you got to raise your vibration. Keep your vibration high this time because they want loosh. Loosh is that fear energy they're feeding off. Those energies, they want the low vibrating energies. So every time they push fear out there, every time they push and fear out there, okay, boom, that's their source. That's their life force. Think about that. So whenever you're partaking in the news, whenever you're partaking in some, you know, fallen angelic agendas out there, you're actually feeding their energy. And they're doing energy harvesting, black magic, they're siphoning energy. So you go on there. Someone messaged me the other day and sent me a link to some shamanic thing and said, what do you think of this? I had a look and I felt into the energies. I said, yeah, that seemed pretty legit. But what I did tell her, I said, if you're ever watching or partaking in any workshops or you're going to go and watch videos or whatever like that, make sure you use, because a lot of people, this is how the narcissists work. They're going to tell you good things. They're going to tell you sweet things, correct stuff, factual stuff. But also they're going to give you the nonsense too. Okay, and especially if you're working with energy, you're doing any sort of energy stuff, you're listening to people's meditations even, okay? You got to be careful with that. So you make sure you're shielding yourself energetically, you shield yourself. You don't even need to do all this. That's for beginners. You guys are pretty advanced now, okay? You shield yourself. Nah, you're shielded because you're solid. You know you're solid. Your heart, that's it. You're in your heart. That's your biggest armor right there. That's the biggest armor. That's what this time is about. That's the biggest armor here. We don't need weapons and bow and arrows and shit. We passed those days. Like I said, that's the dark ages. We're in the golden era now. So what's there to be afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid. You know? Still in bed, but you have all this knowledge. Hey, LA Kelly. This live just randomly showed up on my feed and I don't know what's going on or who this creator, but all these blessings to everyone and the creator. I hope everyone has a great day. Oh, one love to you. Thank you for that. One love to you. I'm glad you're here. You see? So, and even Stefan Burns. You guys know who I'm talking about? Geomagnetic man. Oh, sorry, Geomagnetic man. I was trying to say. The space weather man. Geophysicist, what I'm trying to say. Geophysicist, and you know, he's a scientist and all that, and that's his thing, and he's like blending spirituality with it. But I'll tell you now, man, I could see straight through them. Okay? I could see straight through them. And you see a lot of like, you know, a lot of false light now. They're teeing up. False lights coming together with other false light gang members coming up together now doing collab videos and all this and that. Pay attention, my friends, and stay sharp at this time. Okay? Stay sharp at this time. Because people like him are pushing fear out there. And now people watching their videos, they're left in fear. Every now and then I'll jump into someone's video, go read something, pull someone out of the fear zone. Do what you can. Drop a line to someone, veer them somewhere, just so they're not fearing, so that person can sleep that night. So that person don't got to walk around in survival mode anymore. It's locked into their root chakra. That's what they wanted for humanity. That's what they did to humanity. Humanity locked into the root chakra. We're not supposed to be locked into the root chakra, into the fear. We're supposed to ascend. We were supposed to be ascended a long time ago, but they had all these frequency blocks. They did so much, all these frequency blocks. Our energy, Kundalini energy, is supposed to flow freely from our base of our spine all the way up. Why now all of a sudden your kundo's starting to flow? Now because you woke up, now you're doing inner work, now you're unplugging from the matrix. That's why. You see? That's why we got to make sure we take these things, okay? We do these things to support us through the ascension process. The energetics like this, look at me, I'm buzzing. All right? I'm taking extra care. I'm sipping a herbal tea at night here. You know, I'm grounding myself extra. What can you do to support yourself extra at this time? Because we're the frequency holders. And like I said, others out there, they have no idea what's going on, just the fear. Okay? So you got to support yourself. You support yourself, and then you're supporting your family, the people around you, the people in your workplace, the people you're talking to, the people you're going to meet soon. You see? You walk past the people in the street, your energy is going to emanate and affect everyone. Okay? As within, so without. As within, so without. Surrender your fears. Whatever fears are coming up for you now, it's time to surrender them. We don't need to hold on to fears, whatever it is you're fearing. Just remember that, okay? Work with the water spirit at this time is very powerful. Bring the water spirit in, okay? Do this meditation, okay? You drop into your meditation and you bring the water in. See the water spirit. Connect to the water spirit, my friends, and bring the water spirit down into your root chakra, the base of your spine. Feel the water. Water is a living energy. I'm very connected to the elements, and you can be too. So bring the water into the base of your spine, to the root chakra. Feel it flushing and cleansing. Okay, cleansing, and you'll start to feel energy shifting. You may start to sway, twitch, and all that because your Kundalini energy now is flowing. You're releasing the old density there you've held from childhood, you've held from past lives. Work with the water, woman. Okay, bring the water into your womb space. We had a lot of damage in our womb space, sexual traumas we've carried from bloodlines. Yeah, work in the womb area now. Significant time to do the womb healing now. And when you're doing the womb healing, and then you're having, say, flashbacks and images and stuff happening in your meditations, or when you're just in a rested state, just observe it. It's just things flushing out. It's just got to flush out. You see what I'm saying? Hula hooping is really good. Okay, we can hula hoop, and guys can hula hoop too. Okay, because it's breaking up the energy from the lower chakras. So boom, I get on the hula hoop and I have a good hula hoop. I love hula hooping. I can go for hours. I haven't gone for hours, but I can just hula hoop. I just keep going and going. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, I'm gonna put it down now. And then boom, I've just shifted up a whole heap of energy there. Okay, and I always talk about yoga. You guys know me. I love the yoga because you're in certain positions. Okay, you got your legs certain ways and stuff because you're opening up the hips. What happens when we open up the hips? Okay, we're opening up the lower chakras, you see. And working with colors as well, color therapy. Here, I'm keeping myself grounded tonight. I've got the red on because I need extra grounding. Because like, yeah, I'm finna fly up here. I'm gonna fly. I feel like sometimes I need to put dumbbells on my feet. Okay. And like Bryant says, no fear. It doesn't exist. Fear is just ego. Remember that. If you're having like old fears that you still haven't faced, now's the time to face them. Okay? Ask Spirit to help you with, you know what it is. Okay? It's just old stuff. Okay? Sometimes we carry fear. Okay? You may have a fear you don't understand. Why do I fear heights, for example, and you don't understand it? Sometimes we carry things forward from our past life. So in this lifetime, we're healing all that. Guys, the significance of this time is that we're actually healing our Akashic record. We're healing on such a deep solar level. We're healing our DNA. Okay? We're healing our bloodline. This is the completion lifetime. Do you know what that means? It means when we incarnate again, we're not incarnated into suffering and slavering and all that. We're incarnated on the new earth because we are the new earth. We embody the new earth in this lifetime. This is the timeline shift I'm talking about. These energies are ramped up because it's time for a timeline shift for you. You see? It's timeline shift time now. Now is the time. So pay attention to what's going on around you. Watch the divine synchronicities. Listen to the signs that the universe has given you. Yeah, and take them. Don't be afraid. Okay? New opportunities are going to come knocking on your door. You may feel a bit nervous. It's just nervous. It's just all part of the ego, okay? You have the butterflies in the stomach or whatever because the fear of the unknown. But it's like, it's your spirit. Your spirit's excited. Your spirit wants to see you flourish. Your ancestors, your loved ones, your spirit want to see you flourish and to reach all your goals and to just go and live a good life. We've been healing for years and years and years. Do we not deserve now to finally sit there and breathe and actually enjoy life? We can't just wait and think, oh, okay, all right, well, I've still got this much to heal and I've still got, no, don't do that. No, every single day you're healing every single day because you're present. When you're present, you're healing deeply just by being present. Because now the ego's not busy and you're not distracted and running and addicted and smoking and drinking and all this. You're healing. Boom. You see? So that's how you ascend. Rapid pace. Okay? That's how you... Oh, look, Meow Meow's back in the house. Another troll here. Okay, let's take a moment, my tribe. Really tap into your heart and let's do some light work here because Meow Meow really needs it. And we send Meow Meow love. Send in Meow Meow love. And we pray for their healing. that they can come back into their heart and shed their ego. And we clear the space. And that's how we get about, my friends, okay? No matter who's pushing that frequency out there, you come back into your heart and you send them love and light. And that's what this time is about. Others are going to test you. Don't be reactive. You gotta stay on top of your game. We are the light bros and we come here for this shift. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? So stay grounded, stay balanced, okay? And ride these amazing waves of ascension, my beautiful friends. And I'll see you all soon, okay? I'm gonna go and tap into these frequencies and go to sleep. Bryant, breaking the chains. That's for sure. You know we're breaking them chains. My love, my beautiful friends. See you soon. See you, Andrew, brother. Love you, Rita. Love you guys. See you soon. One love. Meow, meow. Bye, my friends.